Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to an episode of CSGO News. Hope you guys all enjoyed your past weekend as well as April Fools and didn't fall for too many jokes. I had no video on this channel because I didn't want to upload any jokes for all of you guys, and I felt like a news episode wouldn't be very appropriate because no one would really know what to take seriously, what was fake, what was real. So now I'm going to recap for all of you guys what happened this past weekend as well as the past 24 hours. Now our first big story though, dealing with Omnia Media, who actually hosts several CSGO YouTubers out there who actually were partially hacked this past weekend. A large database was actually hacked by a little group called OurMine. We had YouTubers like Anomaly, Sparkles, Paula, as well as Watch Games TV, all partially hacked. They had some videos deleted as well as their titles were changed. You know, the OurMine returned, so that, although that threat for the time being has been resolved. So those CSGO YouTubers have their videos now restored, or they should be in the next 24 hours or so, and that threat is now completely gone. So yeah, CSGO YouTubers were hacked over April Fool's weekend. Ironic. And in big North American news for all of you fans out there, we had the iBuyPower Invitational this past weekend. Ended up being a Cloud9 OpTic final. Two very similar roads there. OpTic actually had two 2-0 series to make it there. They 2-0'd Misfits as well as Liquid, although the series against Liquid was actually quite close. They went 16-14 on both their maps. They 2-0'd them by, and that was on Nuke and Cobblestone, so a kind of a close series there against their former member. That was OpTic and Liquid's first meetup with Stanislaw versus OpTic in an actual tournament setting, so kind of an awkward series there. I'll mention that in the news later on. OpTic did make the final through that route. Now we also had Cloud9 taking down Selfless as well as Luminosity. Although the Luminosity series did go 2-1, it was not too close, and they actually did end up beating OpTic for back-to-back years, guys. Two iBuyPower Invitational back-to-back years and victories for Cloud9 here. They 2-0 OpTic, although the first map, Mirage, 16-8, was not too close. The second map on Cobblestone went to double overtime. It was quite close, 22-18. Cloud9 does take your iBuyPower Invitational tournament title for back-to-back years. Now, even more importantly, though, we had our OpTic fans slowly becoming into the more Brazilian fans because they were very, very salty, very kind of, I guess you could say, rude to Stanislaw, who tweeted out this after their loss to OpTic Gaming, kind of congratulating them. And we had OpTic fans, again, slowly becoming that toxic community and fan base, which you really do not want to see. I know I get the diehard fan base. I really don't understand that, but they went hard on Stanislaw with replies like this, even prompting, yeah, we actually had Rush tweet out this in defense of Stanislaw to get people to say, you know, pretty much to stop hating on the guy. You know, the snake thing was very common, so I do feel bad for him, but it's what you're going to get in any kind of franchise, any kind of sport out there where you switch teams like that. You know, we have this happen in real life sports all the time where you switch teams for allegedly the money, or if you switch teams anyway, that fan base is going to follow you around and probably not like you. So I do feel bad for this. This thing should not really happen, and these guys were going hard on the comments against Stanislaw. But even more importantly for all of you guys as well, little updates throughout the tournament. We had Misfits, actually Shahzam went off. I think it was Misfits versus Luminosity in a 3-game series there. Shahzam went off, not even close. He went for 102 frags in a 3-game series, the closest one being actually 67 frags below him. So Shahzam, definitely the map player of that tournament, that individual series there. 102 frags in 3 maps. He absolutely went off. As well as allegedly, guys, the tweet has been deleted subsequently. We actually do have Cloud9 apparently had automatic be their IGL throughout the tournament. They did win the tournament in, you know, pretty good fashion there as well, so this could be a hint for the future. We know we actually had reports earlier that Stewie was the IGL. We all knew that, but he didn't want to be that IGL, so now automatic may be taking the reins going forward, and we're going to see how this will affect Cloud9's gameplay. So Cloud9 is your iBuyPower Invitational Tournament champions, and yes, we do have some hating fans through OpTic, but again, I really can't blame them, but it's just the green wall. Crazy fan. And yet again, April Fools struck the CSGO scene hard this year. Let me just do a brief recap of the best April Fools in order from least to greatest, and I'll just touch on these very shortly, guys. Freakazoid was actually finally traded to the Puzzle Punchers. That might be a pretty beneficial trade. We also had Get Right sell it to Betway, their sponsor. Betway Esports, he changed his name Get Right to Bet Right, which makes a lot of sense. We also had Giuliano come out and finally say she's pregnant. And then lastly, of course, McSkillet did strike again. I swear, McSkillet has the best April Fools. Last year, all of you guys remember trading at the Reds to get a knife. And this year, he told us all the golden legend story about how to get all gold weapons in CSGO. And then again, the video already has over 600,000 views. The video did very well. And yet again, he did fool many people. The way he does these videos, they're so translucent and so convincing. Even if you know it's April Fools, you actually have to somehow try it out and see if it's actually true. By the way, guys, it's not actually true. So we actually had a huge price jump in the actual weapon he used in his actual gameplay was the M4 Very Camo. I'll show you guys a slight price jump there. Yes, he can affect the market with just a click of a touch and in one video, and then the price jump was insane. So yes, you cannot actually have any of these things. None of these things were true. That was the recap of April Fools in the CSGO scene. I'm gonna have a baby boy soon. And very last for today's episode of CSGO News, we've now seen the start of it. Astralis has been the first team to decline their invite to the, of course, ESL Cologne coming up in July. That will be just 1 week before the real major. So we're gonna have this problem probably sometime in the future. We have our top teams decline this invite to ESL Cologne, which you guys are well aware of. I had a 5-minute rant about this a couple weeks ago about how ESL Cologne, we thought it was going to be the major event. Now we have the major going to be actually hosted by PGL in Krakow, Poland, the week after ESL 1 Cologne. So we're probably going to see a lot more teams start to decline this invites, guys. And I do still feel bad for all those people out there who really were misled by advertisement, as well as the CSGO community, and actually bought tickets to ESL 1 Cologne. They took off time from work, from school, whatever it may be. They invested their time and money into ESL 1 Cologne, thinking it'd be a major event. And now we have the real major event 1 week after this, and really going to probably cause some teams that they really like and enjoy. Teams like Astralis and other top teams are probably likely to decline this ESL 1 Cologne invite in the coming future. We'll touch on this sometime soon in the future as well when this actually happens. But Astralis, I can assure you guys, will not be the only team to decline the invite to ESL 1 Cologne. So for all of you guys who actually bought tickets to go there, I'm really unfortunate to say that Astralis will not be one of those teams who actually show up. So that's going to do it for today's episode of CSGO News. Hope you guys all enjoy. I have some great stuff coming for all of you guys tomorrow. More about market manipulation, all the sticker prices and all that stuff going on in the market, and just some secret stuff for all of you guys. Hope you've all enjoyed the content. I am also giving away some big things on the channel, my Twitter down below for all of you, so please go check that out. I have a factory new gut knife Crimson Web, as well as a field tested bayonet. I think it's called the Freehanded. They are both very expensive knives. Those will be given away this week on this channel, so make sure to watch every video for keywords and just see what happens. So hope you guys all enjoy. I'll see you all tomorrow with more CSGO News. As always, remember, I like you. Goodbye.